What's going on, trillionaires? We are at our weekly uh, webinars that we do here on Make Wealth with Webinars. We just had coming off of an amazing event, the Stop Running Seminar Impact Recap. That's what we're doing right now. And so I got a couple people on. I got a couple people on right now, and we're going to talk about what we did yesterday, man. Listen, if you wasn't at this event, don't worry. You missed it, but we'll have more. Um, it was a powerful event because we had people that actually that actually right? Hold on, guys. We got having some people get on real quick. Uh, so what we're doing right now is I'm waiting to get some coming on some kind of couple of heavy hitters on right now because like I said, we are probably all exhausted, but we had to come and give you this knowledge, man, and give you some of this nuggets. Um, so we can actually make sure that you guys are winning in 2019, right? And so, as you're watching this replay on YouTube, you're gonna realize a couple things, guys. You're gonna realize a couple things that it's real out here in this field. Like people are really winning for real in life, and you deserve to win too, right? And so, at on that note, I'm telling you, I want to bring out my first guy. His name is Harold. All right, Harold came into business and within a month or so, he had to rank a manager, and he came to this event, man. So, Harold, I want you to like talk about the whole experience when you come into the event, and when you got to the event. What was your first impression of where you arrived at, and just tell us really your whole experience with yesterday's event.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, my brother, loud and clear.
Let me pop my video on that quick. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna tell you, Jeff. But I was experienced yesterday, man. I've never witnessed anything like that. Really had an awesome time, man. And when I got there, man, and I saw them heavy hitters walking in, man, I got nervous, bro. I was like, wow. But I'm gonna tell you, during the event, man, like I said, it was a powerful thing, man. Just to see Jonathan Ziegler up there. Who else we had? We had Miss Boomy Moore there. Uh, Terrence Hawkins, yourself. Man, it was awesome, man. And Ryan Guinness, man, I had a good time, and I learned a lot of things from them, man. So, man, if you wasn't there, you missed a good one. You missed a good one, man. This was the seminar of all seminars, the event of all events, man, for 2019. So I just want to tip my hat off to you, man, because you did a good job putting that thing together. And it was amazing to me, man, because how powerful the event was, man. You had people signing up like crazy, man. And I was like, wow, never seen anything like that, man. I mean, you probably had about 40 people signing up yesterday, or more. But I had a good time, man, and I'm actually looking forward to the next event, man. So, but anyway, man, one thing, man, what I really liked about it is actually the family setting, man. It was like a big family, man. I've never met any one of you. Matter of fact, this was the first time I met either one of you personally. And just to see how cool y'all were, man, and approachable y'all were, man, that was the biggest thing for me. So again, man, I appreciate you, man, and I tip my hat off you, man, for a spectacular event, bro.
Man, bro, appreciate you, champion. Yeah, it's our first time. Me and Harold was talking when I got to the event. I see Harold, man. I'm thinking this brothers are gonna be like 7 feet. I'm like, I see him like, Harold? I'm like, man, you the same size as me, baby. We're the same height. Like,
yep. Yeah, man. I saw you, man. I was like, hold up, that's Jeff. I was like, man, you look so much bigger, man, like a big dude, man, on video, man. I was like, man, this dude probably about 6'2", 6'3". And when I saw you, man, I was like, wow, man. But it was cool, man. It was, like I said, man, it was nice meeting you in person. And like I said, man, as soon as we met up, even though we talk online, to meet you in person, man, I mean, it was cool, man. It was cool.
Yeah, man. It's funny that you say that because, like I said, it's perception, reality. We all know each other on this computer here, this laptop stuff. And we just never get a chance to meet people in person. And when we do, it's like, man, you're just cool like you were online. or you shorter, you're taller, you whatever you this and you that, and that's what's so cool about this, man. You know what I mean? My guy Toby is welcoming people in. His brother is moving. um, we also, one thing I like about the event, man. And I ain't gonna front. I was like all like just ripping and running, man. Because when you commit to something, guys, I want to let you know something. When you commit to something, you have to see it through. Ryan, what's up, champion? We got the legendary Ryan Gunners on, man. So we're gonna definitely get to him in a quick second. But I wanted to share with you guys uh, when you commit to doing something, right? Commit to an event, commit to something. You want to make sure you see it through, no matter what's going on, right? No matter what's going on, you want to make sure that you commit to see it through. Now that the event's over, I can just share with you guys that it wasn't easy, right? I'm gonna tell you right now that bad boy was not easy. When you put the event on your first you commit to the event, right? And, they say who's launching, who's gonna launch Atlanta, right? And so I'm like, all right, cool. I'm the only one in Atlanta that I know that is willing to take it on. And I said, yeah, I'm taking on Atlanta. And they were like, well, what's the date going to be? I'm like, ooh. So I asked Terrence Hawkins. I said, hey man, I need you to come down to my event. He's like, man, the only day I got is the 12th available. I'm like, I was gonna do it on the 19th. And he's like, nope, only day I got available is the 12th. So I'm like, okay, well, the 12th is what it is then. We're gonna do the 12th, right? And it's so funny because, you know, he was talking about how 12 people follow one great man, right? Uh, all the way to the motherland, and how on this 12th day, what I'm saying, lives were impacted. And I'm just like, wow, I mean, I've never seen, and I've been in this industry for a long time, y'all. I've been doing this since I was 18. I'm now 20, I'm about to say 28. Way older than that. I'm on 38 now, right? So I've been in this game 20 years, man, on and off. Been on this game for 20 years. And I've never seen what I saw at that event yesterday. And I think it's because the way we approached it, right? The way we approached the event allowed people to receive it better, right? Because see, the cool thing about what we offer with MWR Financial, the coolest thing we offer is products that people need, want, and really will use, right? And so in that regard, when you show them the plan, you show them how to better use the thing that they have access to. They're like, man, I didn't know I could do all of that. I didn't know, that I can put my kids to work and pay them, but not and let it be tax free. I didn't know about land banking. I didn't know about becoming your own bank. I didn't know that this is bigger than just credit. In order for you to have a full circle of wealth, right? And so when we come into this event and we see people, uh, young and old, stay the whole event. We only had probably like about 10 people we had like over 100 some people. We probably had about 10, maybe 15 people that left the event. And that was, I like to know why people leave. So I was like, hey, you got to go. Like, yeah, man, I have a previous engagement. A previous engagement. I didn't know this was going to be an all-day event. I didn't know that. Nobody told me about that, whatever it be, even though it was on the event, right? But it's cool. And so, but everybody else that stayed, there's a lot. It was more guests than people that are already in the business, right? There's more guests, and that's also unusual. You have more reps than guests at these events, right? And so once we had these guests seeing the plan, they're like, man, like they were signing up, y'all, like paper in the hand, filling out their information and ready to go because this serves so many people, right? And so what I want to do, I want to bring up Mr. Ryan Gunners. This gentleman, if you guys probably watch this live, you probably already know who Ryan Gunners is, okay? You probably know who this man is. You're probably in one of his programs. And, the power of MWR is so powerful because think about this, guys. Think about this. Mr. Ryan Gunners did not have to go and partner with us in MWR Financial. He didn't have to, right? He didn't have to. He wanted to. Be clear. He wanted to partner with us, and he felt like this is the best product and services that he could offer to his database. And he have a database of over 3 million plus people in his database that came through his system and bought something and actually joined him in his endeavors. Now he get to show them a plan that's going to make them wealthy, healthy, because when you have wealth, you can buy anything you want to make sure you're healthy, right? And so, I want Ryan to come up here and just kind of share what his process was, and what did he see when he came out here to Atlanta to this amazing event. Mr. Ryan Gunnison, you there, champion? I know he just got back into town. He just flew out today. He's committed to the process, man. He's really committed to the process. So, I know he's been just probably exhausted, just like everybody else is exhausted. Now, I appreciate him for coming on. Appreciate him for coming on. So, Mr. Ryan Gunnison, are you there? Let me just go ahead and make sure your line is unmuted. Let me see.
Can you? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear, champion.
Cool. Well, I just touched down in Florida, so driving back to. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you phenomenally.
Cool, man. I just touched down in Florida, so about to head back to the house. so cool. Yeah. So my take on the whole event was, first of all, thanks for inviting me, and all the leadership that you had there and everything. You did an awesome job putting everything together. So super proud of you, and big kudos. You took action, so that was a big thing. So my take, and I saw this on the survey because in my presentation, I asked for a survey, and the group that was there was they hung with us. They hung with us for the whole day. It was a long day. I had the crowd kind of do some deep breathing because people were tired. It was a long day. But the survey, people were saying they loved the information, financial education, taxes, being able to change their life, business opportunity. So people were excited. So that was a big thing, for me to see the feedback. And two, people were, it seemed like they had a clear path, that they knew that, hey, we're going to leave here and start plugging into this education, go set up my consultation and all that stuff to use the services, and now as leaders, now our job is to help support them, get them into action for promoting, helping them text out a few of their top people and get that whole thing going. So I think it was a very successful event as far as the first launch, and also being able to see how we were able to fill the room in such a short period of time. The other piece was the realtors. A lot of the realtors, I talked to a lot of realtors. We had a lot of realtor guests. I had a few signups in the realtor category. And even one of my guests that signed up, she pulled me aside. She's like, I'm sorry, I wish I could stay the whole day. She had a closing and all that stuff. And but she went ahead and signed up. She's like, hey, give me the link. Let me sign up right now. She signed up, give me a thumbs up and everything. So I thought it was real positive from that standpoint. And back to the drawing board. We're going to hit the floor running again this week and streamline the whole process. So just really excited about the direction that we're going here. Back to you, Jeff.
Awesome. Before you go, man, listen, it's so powerful that you said that, because before you got on, I was telling people that people that left, they had to go because they had previous engagement, but they either signed up or they said, listen, I love the information. I'm going to definitely get started, but I had to run. You was there in the room, right? And you saw the retention that we had in that room. What would you have to say about that? I mean, have you ever seen something like that before? Or if you have, what was the thing? Like, what do you think about the retention that we had in this room? And what do you think was the reason why they stayed?
I would say the reason why they stay is twofold. One is, yes, we do have something very unique, but two, people are hungry. 2019, it's a brand new year. People are hungry. They're looking for an opportunity. They've been praying for an opportunity. I think it was Boomy, she was saying that, or it might have been Jonathan, that, hey, you don't need to pray about this. You've been praying about this. People have been praying for an opportunity. They're praying like, hey, please, help my 2019 not be a repeat of my 18 or my 17. So there's a lot of people that's hungry for looking for a good opportunity. And I think that's partially why they stayed, which gives us a hint that if we, treat this next, 60, 90 days very, very strong and get this message out there, it's going to be much more advantageous than if someone sits on this and wait a couple of months. I want to check this out. I want to learn all the tax laws and everything. So I encourage you, if that's where you're at, yes, you can learn those things in due time, and we have plenty of resources for that. But number one is the timing of the opportunity as far as promoting and building a business here. If you see that, couldn't be any better. So that's the big thing that I see now.
You said something there, and I want to know from you, like, you've been in this industry for a long time, right? People have been following you for years, right? And
Yep.
the question is, to me, I'm always curious to know, what was it about MWR Financial that said, I don't just want to, like, offer as and to tell people about it. I want to get in and do this thing and go all in with this thing. What was it about MWR Financial that made you say yes to MWR Financial and made you want to just put everything into MWR Financial to make it a success?
Well, a couple things. One is did my homework on the leadership. I trust the leadership of the company. Working with Jonathan, we had the right synergy. Timing was great. But outside of that, because those things are very, very important. But just looking at the raw opportunity in the space, the space I've been on, the network marketing side, working with lots of different companies and leaders and generating leads. The number one challenge that it's been for me as a trainer and a tool provider is, how do I help a person promote their business in a place that gives them the best chance to win? Okay. And typically, if you took all the network marketing companies, it's kind of a Me Too level playing field. Everybody's leading with, hey, come make some money. Hey, you can get rich with our products and all that stuff. And there's great products. I have a lot of respect for companies in the industry. However, the marketplace is in a different place, so to speak. A lot of people, if you're anybody, if you just been outside for a little bit in life, you got approached with some opportunities before. And there's a little bit of tone deaf where people are, oh yeah, another opportunity. There's a little bit of that. So the angle of being able to come with something fresh and a fresh look, to be able to say, hey, here's a way that you can get an instant pay raise. Here's a way that you can go from renting to owning. And the vehicle to do that, one of the pieces is a home-based business. That is a totally different position to position a home-based business. Most of the time, people are always, well, my business is better than yours. And they're always in that space of competing, where if you really show someone a different way of looking at it, now there's no comparison. So that's what got me excited about this, because I'm a tools guy and I help, my clients, generate leads and build their business. So I saw this as the perfect funnel to help someone build their network marketing business as far as leading with the business. Because on the tool side, I know how to help people get leads for, to prospect, to build their business, but I don't really have a funnel for them to actually say, well, here's the proper way, or here's a strong way to actually lead someone to see your business. So that's the big thing that stood out for me, Jeff.
Oh, wow. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can.
Wow. Now, I'm a tools guy too. So when you said that's powerful, because at the end of the day, we have tools and resources, but sometimes the product that we look and plug tools in, it's not up to par, right? Or they're here today, gone tomorrow, right? And so that right there is phenomenal. So all these people that are looking at this, and you are a tools person, you are an online person, you got certain tools to put things in place to make it happen. Like my other success partner, Sean Wallace, he does the Facebook tools and all that other cool stuff. And then for you to say what you're saying, being a big guy, a big dude that understand his tools, that means you see how duplicatable this process can be with the services, right? Now, what attracted you about the company more, the products or the potential of making income? I probably know your answer, but I just want you to kind of like when you saw this. But first of all, how did you even see this? And did you say no in the beginning?
Well, I was really looking for this solution for a long time. I get lots of people that that share with me, okay, great, Ryan, we love your leads, we love your training, but now I have people want to look at my business, and I'm sharing my business, but I'm not getting the kind of traction that I was hoping to get. And can you help us put together a funnel for promoting the business? And typically I come back and I say, I'm sorry, we don't specialize in that. We got people in hundreds of companies. It's impossible for us to put together something specific for you, and your company. But this here allows me to do that because the instant pay raise and some of the concepts that we teach in here is universal. So I think for the network marketing space, this approach of the instant pay raise is evergreen. It's something that you can apply in your whole career in network marketing. And in reality, it's nothing new, in the sense that the tax advantages of a home-based business been around forever. This is just a new way of presenting it in a way that more people are open to saying, hey, how does that work? So it's just like rebranding, a concept, kind of like, even like if you pick on some music, sometimes a lot of times the safe way to do it is to go, get a song that was a hit in the past and put a new beat on it, right? I know, like my kids would that they're coming out with the new Lion King movie that's, original was the animation. Now they're doing it in real life. So they're taking a script that made millions and hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're just using the same exact script, putting a new take on it with new technology and animation and all that good stuff. So the same thing, we're taking a concept, it's been around forever, it's proven, put a new take on it, like saying, hey, this is the home-based business strategy, 3D. Same movie, but it's 3D. Everybody wants to come see it. You know what I mean? Got it?
Man, 100%, Champion. That is, I feel like rebranded or just, that's funny that you say that. Sorry about that delay, man. I was like, Tasha's trying to get on, and they're real excited to share this information, man. Share what they've received from this event, man. And I think the spin is kind of, so what you just said is basically what we just did, right? There's nothing new under the sun with what we did. Same presentation, about another marketing company, but the way we attracted people was unique, right? Because you want to make sure that if it's cool if you can get somebody who can come to an event, experience something, know that it's an MLM company, but still be excited about it after knowing that, oh, okay, so so we branded it as the Stop Renting Seminar, right? And the reason why we branded it as the Stop Renting Seminar is because the product and service that we offer can highly benefit the renter that's looking to go from rentership to ownership, right? And so if that renter looking to go from rentership to ownership, then we know they need to do what? If they're husband and wife, because the typical person that's looking to go from rentership to ownership is a person or people who are either married, expecting somebody new, like a new baby, okay, or they relocated, or the millennials that want to live in a bigger spot, get more bang for their buck, so to speak. Because the older generation, now that the kids are out the house, they're going into the condos because they don't need this big house anymore. The people are left. And so those who are looking to go from rentership to ownership, they're really just starting their life. Or they may have had bad credit, or may have been in a situation where they're stuck. They can't get to their house because they got these things hanging over their head. And so with this program that we offer with MWR Financial, it allows that person to actually get an instant pay raise. Now, if it's a husband and wife, okay, you go to Tasha, there you go, girl. So if it's a husband and wife, right, then guess what? They both get an instant pay raise in their job. So now they increase their income, their cash flow in their own household. All right, so we've done that. Now, if they all have their own business, 9 times out of 10, they're not hiring the CPA to make sure they're keeping proper records. 9 times out of 10, their CPA is costing them an arm and a leg, rightfully so. This CPA is went to school to get a degree so they can get paid the kind of income they get paid. All right. And so in that regard, we help that person that has a brick and mortar or some kind of self-employed entity, and we show them how to keep proper records and have a CPA on call, unlimited calls to handle whatever situation they got. Okay, it's so powerful with that, you know. And then we move on to the credit part. Like I said, this is bigger than credit, but credit is very important. You know, back in the days, I thought credit was cash was king. I'm from New York, so we always said cash was king, and then you grow up, and then you need to get stuff, right? And they're like, well, credit looks like more like a king than anything else. And so credit becomes king. That's why we say high freeze credit. Not really I, but we. But you know, it's all marketing, right? And so at the end of the day, with this credit thing, it's not just about fixing your credit. We show you how, if you're renting, because think about it, you are renting because we're talking to renters, right? And so what if I told you renters that we can help you report your rents to the credit bureau, right? By reporting your rents to the credit bureau, all three of them, you're now creating rental history. And with rental history, it allows you to actually what? When they're looking at giving you that loan, they want to say, okay, what is your history like paying rent in the first place, right? So this year you got 1 year, 2 years, 3 years of rental history, right? And they say, man, you've been paying rent on time for all these years. It's a no-brainer to give you the loan because we know you're responsible. That's what history tells a lender. No matter what happens, they make sure they take care of this bill. You ain't got to be the richest person. You ain't even got to be you could be struggling. But if they understand that you are paying your rent on time, even if you are struggling, that means that you understand what the priority is for them and what your priorities are to keep a roof over you and your family's head. So if you're taking that seriously, then you'll take care of your rent every freaking month on time. And by doing so, you'll be heavily rewarded. Okay? We also got people that may be establishing credit for the first time, maybe trying to reestablish credit. Well, we have a credit restoration department, right, where you can actually do a couple of things. You can actually go ahead and get our premier secure credit card that's designed to work better or best with the credit bureaus. All right. Then we have a situation where it's called Shop Easy, which allows you to actually, you know, rent a lawnmower, you know, take out basically finance a lawnmower, or you know, get these things on a payment plan. And guess what? Free shipping. They don't charge you interest for the first 12 months. Okay. And then pretty much either low down payment to no down payment to get the actual product shipped to your house. Guys, that is amazing now. That's amazing. All right. Now we go over to Equity Max. Equity Max is a program for those who have any kind of debts or bills, car note, insurance, other credit cards, other loans that you're paying interest on. You get to put that all in that Equity Max system, and they'll be able to tell you which one to pay off first, second, third to get your money back in your pockets the fastest. And then we got the Wealth Max. Wealth Max, we're just hanging out with them at the Wealth Max Mansion. These gentlemen are experts. When I say experts, that means when they wake up, they do this. When they go to sleep, they're doing this. They do this for people day in, day out, all day, every day. They are the ones that do it for us. If you want to know how to become your own bank, because you know the banks are taking your money, right? You know they're taking your money and go ahead and invest in it. And at the end of the year, they give you what? 0.05% on your money. They even give you a hard time to get your money out for bigger purchases. But we still put our money in those banks. Now we're going to show you how to become your own bank so where your money grows for you anywhere from 4 to 13% annually. No penalties for early withdrawal, and you do not get taxed on the money that you have in your PRA, private reserve account. And then once you get to a point, or you have a 401k, you can actually buy land in the path of growth without using your own money. You've been having this kind of money sitting, but they're going to show you how to take that money that you got, your 401ks, the IRAs, and put it to buy land without putting money out your pocket. Okay? And that's what we get to do here at MWR Financial. So the fact that we have all these great individuals, we got Jantuah Harris. Okay? She is a woman that is a pastor. She owns a nonprofit organization. And even she has time to help people impact their life with MWR Financial. So I wanted Tasha Harris. She was also one of our presenters at this amazing seminar. Okay, and I want you to come, Jatasha Harris. I need you to come up, love, and share with the great people what did you take away from this event. What was your experience about this event? Okay, Natasha, are you there, love? I know she's driving y'all, so I know she probably had. I can hear you loud and clear, superstar.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Hello, hello. I am on my way back to North Carolina from Atlanta. So y'all have to bear with me. I may be in some spotty areas. But yes, just to reiterate, first, let me just say thank you, Jeff, to putting on a great event. This is the first of many that we're going to be doing from city to city, state to state. And I'm so grateful that you stepped up and said, let's do it. Because this event was powerful. It was an opportunity for all of us to be able to reach out from any of the cities that we were in and reach out to people that lived in Atlanta that was in our network and to bring them to a top-notch event to where they can see the bigger picture and the vision of this amazing company that Brian House put on. This event just showed that if it can happen in Atlanta, it can happen in any city that any of us live in. And really, we all come together and support one another and, reach out to guests all around to bring them to this event. Anything is possible. The excitement, the energy, the love, people saw it, they felt it, they caught the vision. People were able to talk to one another and just ask, what has it done for you? And people were excited off of that. I know I spoke to plenty of people that weren't my guests, but just out of the love and support of one another, because we all have pretty much the similar goals, which is trying to get ahead and help people in life, and for our own families as well, that we were able to be there to support each other. And I just love that. I love that part of it. I love the different experts that were there that were able to share more about the services that the company offers, and to be able to, again, open up and expand our minds where most of us did not get this education or this teaching growing up. And so now here we have a vehicle that can allow us to not feel like we missed out, but now what we're getting ready to gain. So yeah, this event was awesome. It was awesome. And the nice thing is that a lot of us, now we have a network right there in Atlanta. And those people in Atlanta that signed up, they have networks in other parts of the world, which all we got to do is tap right into it, be there to support them and help them grow their business the same way that other people are helping us grow. So it's a win-win. You cannot lose when you do events like this. And then we're just going to duplicate it from city to city, and that's it. So I don't know what else you want me to say, Jeff, but that's what my takeaway was from this amazing event. So again, thank you.
No doubt. Shout out to the mommy jugglers. That's one. So, but also, Jatasha, I need you to see, let me ask you a question. When you came into the event and you see the people coming through, when in these type of events, people, they see what it is, and then by lunchtime they're gone. What did you see happen at lunchtime?
Say that one more time.
I said, when we go to these events, people, they'll come, and then by lunchtime they leave out. Now, in your opinion, what did you see after you came off the lunch? Like, a lot of people was gone, or was there a great amount of people there? And then let me know that, and then let me know. So answer that question real quick for me.
Okay, so yes, typically folks are ready to go before lunchtime. Well, no, there's some people who had to go because you got to understand that a lot of realtors do business on Saturdays. So we understood that. But for the most part, that room was packed. People ate lunch, whether they stayed there and ate or left and went and got some food other places because, maybe some of the diets, they can't eat some of the things. They came back and they were ready for the knowledge and the education and the experts that were speaking. They were hungry for that. I personally had a guest who ended up signing up. She's a mortgage broker, has a couple of realtors under her. She said, "Oh, I'm going to get a salad and I'll be right back." And she stayed to the very end. People were hungry because, see, again, this was information regardless of what background you have, and a lot of people don't know about and didn't have. So they were there. people there. The place was still packed, and even afterwards, they had to kick us out, right? If I
Right.
can remember,
Yes, ma'am.
they had
Oh
to kick
yeah.
us out. The lady said 6 o'clock.
I was like, listen, I mean, we got to go.
What'd you say?
I was like, we got to go. We got to get about this building. Like, yeah, people were definitely looking to stay. I mean, it was just a crazy energy, a crazy vibe. People out there were just, powwow and doing testimonials, all kinds of cool stuff, man. And that was crazy. It was still a lot of people left, and there was a lot of guests that was left. Well, they weren't guests anymore. They actually signed up.
Right.
And another thing that struck me was the sign up ratio, right? I think everybody came there for me. They signed up, and I know you had a couple sign ups. I know a lot. I have people there. I have people that had their guests there. They wasn't even there. And they signed up, right?
Yeah.
It's just super powerful to see that nowadays. I think it's because we rebranded ourselves with the Stop Running seminar versus an MWR financial production. You know what I mean? Would you agree?
Oh, sorry, I put it back on mute. Yes, I agree. Yeah, because that was that Stop Running is catchy. That Stop Running is catchy for the renter and for the realtor. Because if the renter is going to stop renting, then where are they going? Into a house. If they're going into a house, who's going to sell it to them? If they need a loan, who's going to give them a loan? So I had a mortgage lender there as well, who saw it as well. So you can't lose when you do these stop renting. You cannot lose because the renter needs us, the realtor needs us, and the mortgage lender needs us, and we're the common denominator for all three of them.
Yeah, you ain't never lied about that. I even had one of my guests. She's actually a realtor, and she saw this opportunity and felt like this is going to be her way out of real estate. You met somebody on this webinar right now that is a realtor or mortgage agent. You've been doing it for years, right? But you as good as your last deal, right? You as good as your last deal, and so in that regard, when she saw guaranteed income up to $1,000 a day more. She was like, "Man, this is my way out of real estate. I've been doing this for years. I need to find something that can take me out of real estate." And so I know other realtors on this line right now, or I say this line on this Google Hangout right now, that's feeling the same way. And like I said, if you are looking at this, and somebody said it to you, you want to go ahead and make sure that you get back with the person and tell them to send you the realtor video, send you the video that shows you the comp plan. Okay. Normally we'll say click the link below here, but since you don't know what these plans are, you might not want to click the link yet until you get the full information, the full blueprint, and you see what we are all excited about. Why people decide to stay for 7 hours. I even had my DJ called his wife and said, "Listen, you got to come to this event. You got to come here and listen to what they're talking about." That was powerful. Powerful. So now his wife is so interested into the program that we're going to help them get them signed up. So my DJ is now my success partner. Isn't that something crazy, guys? So at the end of the day, you couldn't possibly be in that room and not want what we're offering. There's no way you could be in that room, have a pulse and a heartbeat, and not be intrigued with what we can offer the person, whether you are a family member or somebody you love. Because this is something that everyone needs, wants, but don't know how to get it. And so here at MW Financial, we show you how to get what you need, want, and desire. We show you how to make wealth real in your life, right? Make wealth real in your life. How to put my lips to a little bit stronger. I got to work them out, man, because that make wealth real thing is a tongue tire, a lip buster, right? But I like to have fun on these lives, man, because we have fun no matter where we go. So Harold, we're going to talk to Harold for a bit. We're going to close it out because I know this is Sunday. Some of y'all got to get ready for work, and I respect y'all time. So Harold, champ.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Man, I can hear you loud and clear, my brother. We're winding down at this hour. I want you to share with the people, why should they partner with MWR in your opinion? Where was you at before MWR, and what happened to you since being in MWR, and what made you say, you know what, I'm planting my flag with MWR?
Well, first thing, Well, me, you, and Toby Price, we got on the line, man. I was coming back late one night from dropping my daughter off to college, and Toby Price said, "Hey, man, you got to hear this. I got Jeff on the line, man, and you got to hear this, man." So you talked to me about MWR, man, and as I was listening to you, man, like I said before, man, my foot was just getting heavier and heavier on the accelerator, man. I made it home in record time. And but one thing, well, being that I got a daughter in college, man, college is expensive. And when you talked about the instant pay raise, that really caught my attention. So I'm like, what? Y'all could do what? So when I got home, man, I got home about 1 o'clock that morning, man, and I jumped on. I signed up. I didn't read anything, man. I just went to the sign up link and signed up with it, man. But you actually explained it so well to me, man. I mean, it was a no-brainer for me. And not only the pay raise, but you mean to tell me you got experts? All I have to do is upload my credit report, and they're going to get to work on my credit. And actually I say within the first 2 weeks, I actually saw results, man. And I was surprised. I was like, wow. But then back to the instant pay raise, man, I did my instant pay raise that Monday. And I actually got the increase that Thursday, and I was like, wow. But I was just like Miss Jantuah Harris was saying at the event, hey, I got to try this out. I got to wait another 2 weeks and see if this thing legit. And it happened, man, and it just kept flowing. It's kept flowing, and I'm getting it today, man. So it's really helping me out. Like I said, my daughter's in college, man, and it's expensive, so that helped me out a lot. And the way that I could make more money as far as the equity max, the PRA. I mean, that just blew my mind, man. And just being at the event, and I've heard, I've been on calls and everything, listening to the presentations with the PRAs and everything like that. But to be there at the event live, man, and to hear these guys break this thing down and land bank, and it just blew me away, man. It just blew me away. So I'm sticking with it, man. I'm not letting MWR go. And I mean, everywhere I go, man, I'm pitching this thing to people, man. It's like, hey, you got to check this out. You got to check it out. Because I've never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. So MWR, I'm here to stay.
Man, that's awesome. And how much was your instant pay raise?
Actually, my instant pay raise was $417 a month, man.
Woo! And that's your $400 in your pocket every month?
Every month, man. And it's helped me out a lot, So I encourage anybody, man, just to look into it, man. Look into it and see what it's about. I'm pretty sure we're going to have some more events, man. And if you're in that area, you need to come on out. Because this MWR, man, it's an awesome program, man. Like I said, I've never seen anything like it.
Man, I appreciate your testimonial, man. This is real life, real talk. And guys, if you don't believe it, get with the person. They'll put you in our testimonial group, and you can see the proof. Because we take screenshots of everything that we're talking about to validate what we're saying. We ain't about hype. You don't see me getting the hypey, the hoorah, the ha-ha, none of that stuff. We don't need to here, because what we offering is something real. And with something real, you don't need to go and be a hype star. I don't need to be a hype man, right? It's real. So I thank you for your testimony, Harold. Jantuah, I just want to come on and then to share with people, what made you partner with MWR Financial? What was it that said, you know what, I'm going to do this? And then since partnering with MWR Financial, what has been your results with you and your husband?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, sister. Well, I could hear you. I did hear you. Are you live? Can you hear? Jantuah?
They actually found us, but we actually prayed for.
Oh, Jantuah, we didn't hear none of that. So go back and start again, love.
What happened? It broke up?
Oh, yeah, no, it didn't break up. It went away.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me better?
I can hear you loud and clear. Start from the beginning, love.
Okay. So I said that we joined MWR Financial because once we saw the services and everything that it can do, and then we can help other people make money. and helping them, we're gonna make money ourselves. It was a no-brainer. But before we even decided to join, we weren't looking for MWR. We never even heard of the program.
I guess she's in a bad spot driving. Jatasha. Yeah, guys, she did what she was driving. She's in a bad spot. But listen, guys, I don't want to hold you guys any longer. I appreciate every single one of you that's tuning in now and tuning on the replay. All right, just know that what we have here, we're helping a whole lot of people, and it's your turn to be helped. It's your turn to help others. But the first thing to do is just see for yourself. Try this out for yourself. If you have a job, if you own a business, if your credit is not 100%, then you want to understand this. If you don't have a PRA, if you don't own land in the path of growth, then you want to say, listen, send me more information about this because I don't have none of those, but I know I do need it because if I don't, I'll be working for my rest of my life and have nothing to show for it. Aren't you tired of working for so long and then have nothing to show for it? I mean, when I work at a job, I'm not going to go into today. We're going to talk about that on the next live. But guys, enjoy your night. Be safe out there. Travel wise. Get back with the person that sent you to the video. And listen, be blessed because you truly are. Right? You got to understand you are great. So be great because you're truly great. And we'll see you in the next live. Y'all stay up. Stay blessed. Peace.
Appreciate you.
You got it, champ. Let's do it. We're winning.
Good night.